Hey you guys, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura Chocolate to Chocolate Designs, so say hello when you jump on, hit that heart button for me. You guys, tonight we are doing something a little different because I went on a shopping spree today and I bought a whole bunch of stuff, okay? Whole bunch of stuff. We're going to craft like crazy and do a whole bunch of quick projects tonight. So, y'all, as always, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. When you get here, type in this keyword, and I'm going to send you a supply list for all the things that I'm using tonight to make all of these projects, okay? Here we go. As soon as it loads, you guys, I'm going to hook my video to this, and the keyword for tonight is heat, H-E-A-T. Type heat in the comments. So far, so good here, you guys, with everything. Let's see if my comments are actually coming up on my screen, though. Thank you all so much for your patience last night. As I did take the night off, you guys, I had to get my taxes finished because my appointment's tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And I did stay up late last night, got everything prepared. Everything's ready. Everything's super organized. And I am excited to go in there and show my tax guy that, like, I got this. That I got this, you guys. That I finally figured out what the heck I'm supposed to do, and I'm doing it right. So yay for that. Heat is the keyword. Hi, Wendy. Hello, Teresa. Hi, Leanne. Hello, Sue and Jody. Hello, Wendy. Hi, Holly and Dina. Hello, Lori. Hi, Mary and Joanne. Hi, Tammy. Hello, Lisa Marie. Oh my gosh, and that's where it stops. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Facebook, get it together. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry if I missed your name. Now I got to find my video here and see if I can get the comments to come up on my computer. This is just, you guys, this is a pain in the butt that Facebook is not just letting comments come through like it used to. So hopefully I can get this pulled up here. Hello, Janelle. Hi, Ray. Oh my gosh, I think we got him. And of course, every time it freezes my face in the weirdest spot. And Hi, Wanda. Hello, Terry. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Linda. Hi, everybody. Hello, Annette. Heat is the keyword. H-E-A-T. Y'all, it's getting hot in here. But keep your clothes on. Hello, Elizabeth. All right, so you guys, what was it? 2 weeks ago, we had a humongous sale on our heat set transfers. And I hope that you all really stocked up on those. Tonight, we're going to do a big demonstration to show you tons of different ways that you can use these. And we're going to do a walkthrough of kind of the step-by-steps of everything and the supplies that you're going to need to be able to use these, okay? So, y'all, bear with me. We're going to do a lot. We're going to have a lot of tips and tricks. And hopefully, Carol is on, and she's going to jump on here and be my voice of reason when I give you guys bad information. Hi, Corey. There's Carol right there because Carol is the expert. She's the sublimation expert. I am not. I still play around with them. I'm loving them more and more with each project that I do. But she'll set me straight, y'all. So watch for Carol in the comments. Carol, you're going to be my helper tonight, right? She's like, I'm glad to be. I know she's always willing to help me whenever I need help, you guys. Carol is definitely a big and major and huge part of the community here. So thank you so much for that, Carol. It did. Hi, Maria. All right, you guys. So let's take a look at the few of the things that you're going to absolutely need to have to do heat set transfers, okay? So one of those, very, very, very important thing. Thank you so much. One of those very, very, very important things that you're going to need when you're using the heat set transfers is a good pair of gloves, okay? Whenever you are doing heat set stuff, it is like pulling a hot pan out of the oven. And if you don't have some kind of protection for your hands, you may burn yourself. Not may, you are very likely to burn yourself. So make sure you've got a good pair of heat set gloves, of gloves, you guys. These can be really, really, really inexpensive at any local craft store. What happened to the one with the bees on it? It must be out of stock now. And then once it goes out of stock, they're not coming back. at least for most of them. There's a couple of them that are returning. The one that had the jars on it is coming back. And then the one that had the birdhouses is also coming back. But it's going to be, I think they said late May before those arrive, that restock arrives. Okay, so be patient, you guys. Another thing that you're definitely going to need is some kind of heat transfer tape. Carol says have a fan close by to help lower the temperature on your items faster. That is something I don't have in here, but that's another great tip. You're going to need some kind of heat transfer tape. I got this right here at Hobby Lobby. This is fairly thick tape, but it does come with a dispenser. When I bought my little other press over here, my mug press, tumbler press thing, it did come with a roll of some more tape. Carol also sent me a bunch of tape. There is, make sure you have tape because you want to tape it down so that it doesn't slide all over the place, okay? Another thing you're really, really, really going to be glad that you have if you've got it is some kind of a protective surface, okay? You're going to want towels. You're going to want a drink nearby so you can clear your throat when it gets froggy. Hi, Ann. Man, you guys. Towels, an ironing board, something that will protect your surface from the heat. As you guys can see, I do not have my mat out right now because that will melt. Elizabeth Drew says she did her first heat transfers and she is hooked. So you do want something to protect your surface. You guys, really, this one right here, I don't mind if it does get tore up. I need to redo it anyway. But still, something to protect your surface, towels, something like that. And then another thing that you're going to need is either Teflon sheets, like this one, or parchment paper. Either one will do. Yes, Brenda needs prayers, you guys. Her sister was just told she has colon cancer and it's not good. Oh my gosh, Brenda, I'm so sorry, honey. And you guys, we also need prayers for Pam. Not the Pam that just commented. Pam Powers is spending the night in the hospital today. She had a procedure done this morning and she is resting and recovering and she's doing very, very, very well. And she sent me a message today. She sent me a message last night asking me for prayers. She sent me a message today just to let me know that everything went well, that she's feeling good, and that she's just got to spend the night there and that she gets to go home tomorrow. But definitely sending prayers for her that the night goes smoothly and that her recovery is quick and goes well. So thank you all, you guys. I love that we've got a prayer warrior group going on in here. You guys are so good at taking care of each other, and I just love that. Let's see. I don't think that there's anything else that's an absolute... Oh, yes. The other absolute necessities, you guys, that you're going to need is something to add heat to your project, to activate those heat transfers. So I have a couple of different things that I use for mine. This is, you guys, this little Cricut iron here that I've got. It's actually not a Cricut one. It's an off-brand. It's an off-brand Cricut iron, but a little mini iron like this. The downside to these right here is that you do not have a set temperature control, but for a small project, they will work, okay? But you kind of just got to get a feel for it and kind of guess a little bit on whether or not it's been down there long enough and check it. But all I can say about that one. Another great thing to have, an iron, you guys, just a regular iron will work. If you have a regular iron, just about everybody in the world does, even though not everybody in the world uses it. I don't think I've gotten mine out in probably 10 years. But I have one, and I'll keep one, just in case, right? All right, another thing. Here, a Cricut heat press. These are fantastic. These are fantastic. I do have the bigger one. They do come in a smaller size. What I love about the bigger one is that this will fit an entire 8.5 by 11 or size B transfer under the one machine. So you don't have to then lift it and set it back down in a different spot. So I just love this one. Oh no, Darlene just lost her doggy yesterday. So prayers for Darlene as well. Oh, I can't even imagine, honey. That is so sorry. That's so sad. Oh, my heart's breaking for you. That is horrible. Oh, you guys, heat press. Heat press is fantastic to have. Your little iron doesn't work, oh no! And then another thing that I just picked up that I am still learning about, and I can tell you guys, I might not have made the best decision when I purchased this. So maybe the one that I have is not the one that I would necessarily recommend, but I will show you what I bought, okay? It is right here. These are on Amazon, okay? And this is a HTV, and it's a sublimation tumbler press. Now, this is great for tumblers and things that are small, and you're going to slide it right through the side. But here's the thing that I'm realizing about this, and Carol, you can tell me if I'm doing something wrong here as for how this works. And this was, you guys, it was like $100, $120 for this thing. If you're going to do a lot of tumblers, it would be a great thing to have. But for these, like this one right here, this is great. This is a slim can cooler, and I got this for my little Alanis, right? Because it's going to fit my Alanis in here. And then I have a cooler for my Alanis. These right here will slide right in, no problem at all. And then it'll press it. So, so simple, okay? But when you look at anything much bigger than that, for example, mugs. I have Cricut heat set mugs that I picked up, and it comes in a 2-pack, and they were actually on clearance, so I thought I would just get them. And I opened one of these up. Which one? Doesn't matter. I opened one of these up, and what I realized is that trying to get this baby in here is an extremely tight fit. And so once my paper is on there, I'm afraid that my paper is going to slide off when I try to press this thing because of how extremely tight that goes in there. There's no extra space. We're going to try this tonight just to see what happens with it. But this might not be the ideal one if you want to do both tumblers and if you want to do mugs because of how extremely tight pressed that mug is in there. Even though it has a mug right here on that. But I'm going to show you how to use all these machines tonight. We're going to do a bunch of projects. So sit back, relax, pour yourself a glass of Alani. And let's check all of this stuff out, okay? Oh, Carol doesn't use one of these. She has a small oven that she uses just for sublimation. So y'all, that's another thing. You can heat set your stuff in an oven. Okay, you can tape your heat set transfers to there and you can put it in an oven. But if you're going to do that, you're going to need to purchase like a toaster oven or something that is just for your sublimation stuff because it does give off a fume that's, I must not have taped it correctly, Carol. You might be right there. It does give off a fume, and you do not want to contaminate your oven that you cook your food in with the fumes that come from heat set stuff, okay? And it's not a huge, it just, you don't want it in your food, okay? So there we have it. All right, you guys ready to get started? Let's take a look, first of all, at this ginormous box of sublimation stuff that I do have, and to show you guys all of the different variety of things that you can do with these heat set transfers, okay? Hobby Lobby is by far my favorite place. Amazon is going to have a ton of stuff that's going to be great for you for heat set things, okay? And they're really, really, really inexpensive too. Some of the stuff Carol sent me, I just put it in here because we can use it for scrap pieces to still be able to use up all of our piece of transfer. So I have some koozies. These are heat set koozies. Carol sent these ones to me. You can get these on Amazon though. What size is my mug? It's a standard Cricut mug. It's a 15-ounce mug. 15 ounce is what it says. Should be taped tight and all covered. Okay, let's see if we can make it work tonight. So Carol sent these to me. I'm sure Amazon is probably a place to get them. There are also coasters that you can get, and they're just white sublimation coasters. Carol also sent these to me, so you can make a set of coasters. And the ones that she sent me did have a grippy, like a cork bottom, so that they don't slide around on your table. Let's see. On my site, we still have these key tags. So those are available. Hi, Deb. And that is, and then there's also the banner that's available on the site, but I'm out of those currently in my inventory, okay? Then when I was at Hobby Lobby, I picked up, you guys, some bookmarks. When you get started in sublimation, I do recommend that you have some smaller items as well that you can use your scrap pieces on so you don't throw anything away. You've been too chicken to try that? Oh, we'll do a spinner tonight. We'll do a spinner tonight. Let's see. There's a small tote. You guys take a look at the prices on these too. For these bookmarks, you get 6 of them for $5. Okay? For the tote, $2.99 at Hobby Lobby. Great prices on all of this stuff at Hobby Lobby. And I'm probably not supposed to be advertising for Hobby Lobby right now, but I am because I love it. These are tea towels at Hobby Lobby that are sublimation, $1.99 each. Yes, Carol, I would love to have earrings. I love earrings. A zipper pouch for $1.50. You guys, this stuff is really, really, really inexpensive. The t-shirt was $10. But it does say on here, works with sublimation. It's got the stickers on there. You can get these cheaper on Amazon. Yeah, you can get them cheaper on Amazon if you buy them in bulk. This right here was on clearance for $1.24 at the Hobby Lobby. Let's see, a pillow cover right there. One-piece pillow cover. That's an 18 by 18, so it's standard for everything that we do here. That was $2.99. Y'all, this stuff is so inexpensive. Carol sent me a little key tag. I love these. I will be ordering some of these on Amazon because I love those key tags. She also sent me some business cards. And here's what I thought, you guys, with these business cards, these right here would be fantastic for scraps, but you could easily put a magnet on the back of these and make them into refrigerator magnets, right? So that would be a fantastic thing too if you don't want them for business cards, but it would use up your scraps. Then a couple of my favorite things, you guys, sublimation puzzles. The regular tots, these are at Hobby Lobby. The regular tots. What do you mean tots? This is a sublimation hat. It actually says sublimation on there. If you meant hats. Oh, totes. Totes. Regular tote, you can, but you won't be able to wash it. So we'll talk about that here too in just a minute. All right, so sublimation puzzles, $6.99, but you get 6 puzzles in here for $6.99. This is my favorite, you guys, the glass cutting board for $3.99. We're going to do one of these tonight for sure. Mouse pads, you get 2 of these for $2.99. I mean, you guys, sublimation is definitely amazing. Way to go to make some crafts and make some money real quickly. $4.99 for the sublimation spinner. This one's a square one. And then I also found, you guys, today the glass cutting boards, they now have them in round instead of the square one. And then, of course, I've got my tumbler here and those mugs that I showed you, okay? So when I did the cart link for this particular, for today, I went ahead and added in all of the sublimation surfaces that are available on my site and all of the current sublimation transfers that are available. So if you do go to the cart link that I provided, all you have to do is go add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, the things that you want that are sublimation. Of course, you can add more things in there if there are other things that you want as well. But all the sublimation things that are available are in there. Yeah, we're still talking about that still. I'm still explaining the sublimation, kind of. I don't quite understand the whole workings of it, but we're going to talk about it and we're going to figure it out. All right, you guys ready? Let's go ahead and get started with one of our first projects. And actually, let me start this up, because I didn't even turn that thing on yet, okay? All right, so when you're doing sublimation, I know I've got a lot of great items. Let's look at some of the transfers, okay, first that are available, because I've got a ton of them, y'all. I have a lot of them, a whole lot of them. And I don't have any idea which ones we're going to do on which projects yet tonight. I just pulled them all out of here. And then I've also got some that we've started to use. And we've still got scrap pieces left that we can use for other things as well. This one is currently out of stock with the cups. But we've got Seinfeld. We have butterbeer, you guys, and if you want to do anything with butterbeer, I can tell you right now, butterbeer transfers, these two right here, the butterbeer ones, are currently last chance, and last I heard, which was just a little bit ago, hi Marilyn, which was literally less than an hour ago, there were only about 100 of each of these left. So the butterbeer is going to sell out and they will not be bringing it back. Oh, Carol, let me get a good family picture first, and not a picture of me 45 pounds ago. I need a good family picture. Oh, my stepdad asked for one, and I was like, and my stepsister sent me a message. My stepdad asked for a family picture of my family, a recent one, and because they want to hang them on their walls. And I sent my sister back a message, and I said, well, you know what? When he can produce any family pictures from my childhood, I'll make that a priority. Because we never had a single one when I was growing up. And I ain't got time for that right now, unless I can find somebody to come to my backyard and take a picture of my kids and I under the willow tree. And John, of course. But anyway, you guys. Let's see. We've got birds. We still have this, which was a Valentine's Day one. Let's see. This was the magnolia. There are some more birds. And we did this one up there. You guys can see on canvas. And it'll totally work on canvas. And then we've also got, let's see, which one is this one? Looking at Rosie. One for the guys here, you guys. It says I do crafts, and it's got beer. And I might make that one for my cousin. Hi, Donna. I did have a blessed day. Thank you. His grace is sufficient. We've got patterns. We've got a bike. This one has a cute little bunny on it for Easter. I got a couple of those ones in here. We've got some other Easter ones, some little bunnies for Easter. These are still available. And we've got another humongous flower one that would fit on that banner that I currently do not have. Okay? So, y'all, where should we start? With a spinner, of course, right? Ooh, let's start with that spinner because somebody already asked about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I think that I'm going to pick the Turkish pattern to go on that spinner. I think it's going to look fantastic on that spinner. Okay? And I've got my heat press over here. Oops. Those are going to slide off of that area. I've got my heat press over here, and it is, they will, okay, so here's the thing, you guys. The question, will they work on a regular t-shirt? The answer is yes. They will work on a regular t-shirt. But as soon as you wash it, it's going to start to fade away. And after about 3 washes, it's going to look like it's 100 years old. Will it work? Yes. If you want to wear it one time and one time only, go ahead and put it on a t-shirt and it's going to look fantastic. But it will not stay that way. Okay? That's how that is, all right? So if you wanted to do one on wood, if you wanted to do it on something, you know, like the canvas up there, yes, it's going to look great. I can put it on that canvas if I want to go ahead and put a frame around that and turn it into a picture, and it's not going to change because I'm not planning on washing it. But if you have any intention whatsoever on washing it, it needs to be polyester. It needs to be at least, I'm going to say 60% polyester. Some people are saying 50. I'm going to say 60. The higher the polyester count, the better it's going to be. Or it needs to be a surface. Well, the ones that say sublimation on them are going to give you the most bright and vibrant colors. and they're really inexpensive. Okay, so I hope that clears that up. I have got my heat press down here. Whoops. We are setting this. Where's my timer? There we go. Let me do this too, because I had a question about this heat press, okay? Let me show you guys this. I'm going to bring it up here. Even though it's warm, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here. Oh, Carol says they'll fade no matter what you put it on. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up here because I did have somebody ask me about the heat press, okay? So this is mine. It's a Cricut heat press. And you guys, this is going to be hard for me to show because it's already hot. But on the top here, you have a button that has the little Cricut guy. That's your power button. And then you have on the other side, or no, that's your start button. On this side, you have your power button. You're going to turn it on. You have a temperature gauge or a thermometer, and then you have a clock, okay? So in order to set this, you're first going to push your thermometer button, and then you can go up and down to change the temperature, okay? And then to change the timer on here, you're going to click the clock button, and then you can go up and down to reset your time. And I'm going to change this to 60 seconds because that's what we should be using at 360 degrees. Okay, hi Ralph. And then you just let it heat up. You let it heat up, okay? Once it's fully heated up, then you're ready to go. But that's all you got to do with that Cricut heat press to make that work. They're so user friendly. All right, you guys, we decided we're going to use. You got that kind, and you got a bigger one. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with this Turkish pattern. Now, here's one thing you guys should know. These do not just come in a single pack. These come in a 2-pack. What about the sublimation spray for cotton? Will it work and stay when you wash it? So the thing is, I have a bottle that I got from Amazon, and from the minute that I tried it, it will not spray. And I've had other people say the same thing. I have not had a chance. I can't send it back because it's been more than 30 days. And I did not get a chance today to try to put it in a different bottle to try it. But even if I had, I wouldn't be able to wash it and then show you guys the results. I plan to do that to let you guys know over time how it goes. But it's not something that I can do with you tonight, okay? From different people say different things. Different sprays could be different as well. I really don't have a good answer for that. Hi, Vicki. So these right here do come in a 2-pack. Most of them are in a 2-pack unless it's unless it's a much bigger size. And I do recommend rolling over the tape on your transfer pack before you try to put this back in here, because if your tape on your sleeve gets on that heat set transfer, you're going to have a hard time pulling that tape off of that transfer piece because it's just a piece of paper. Oh no, Donna. Did you use parchment paper or something over top of it? Because you have to use parchment paper on top. You have to. And if you didn't, then that's probably the reason. All right, so there's our Turkish pattern. I'm going to grab out my spinner here because that was the first thing that somebody asked about. The spinner. And we're just going to open this up. Now, this spinner does have a bracket that goes with it for being able to hold it. And the top is where your hole is at. So you want to make sure if you've got a pattern that has a top and a bottom, that you've got that at the top, okay? And you can either have it top here, or top from a corner, however you wanted it. Carol says she has tried spraying many times and it fades every time. All right, so for this one here, so that I don't get any extra transfer anywhere else, we're going to go ahead and just kind of measure this out, okay? And I'm going to have an extra strip over here that I'm not going to need for this. So, how come I can never get my stuff when I want my stuff? I'm going to go ahead and take my little cutting board here. And now I know that's exactly where I want to be. And I'm going to grab my scissors and just cut right along the edge of my glass cutting board. That's going to be the easiest way for me to do it. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Yes, to make sure that I've got a nice even strip to be able to use for anything else. So yes, you can, on these spinners, you do want to put the transfer on both sides. That's a great thing. So you are going to want to use both of them. We're just going to do one side for right now though, because you guys, I want to do as many projects as I can do in one night. And Carol says an iron is not a good idea because it can't be temperature controlled. I'm missing some comments, you guys, and I'm sorry. There is a protective film on here that does have to be pulled off, and I'm so glad Joanne said something. Carol busted me last time trying to do it with the film on there. But you do have to pull off this protective film. Oh, you're right, Nancy. I can do both sides at once. I might as well then, huh? So pull off that layer. Yes, Michigan is bipolar for sure, and I'm back in a sweatshirt. Pull off that layer of film that's on there. I will do both sides. You guys, I just got to cut the other one now. Come on. It's supposed to be so nice here in a couple of days, though, like 70 degrees or something. All right, let's grab out this other transfer. You can do both sides at once, and I didn't even think about that, so here we go. We're going to still cut this one just like we did the other one. Measure it here to make sure it's the right fit. Grab my little cutting board. Ooh. And that just helps me to get a nice, even, straight line right on there, okay? Ah! There goes my piece. All right, you guys. You hit 85 today. Oh, I'm so jealous. All right, so here, we're going to take our transfer piece. We're going to take our design here. I'm going to line this up. Y'all, I don't know. Carol says trim off what you're not using. I'm only going to do one side at a time, y'all, so that I can wrap my tape around. Because the only piece that's hanging over, Carol, is just white. It's just a white border on here is all that's hanging over. But if I do this, then I can tape around it. Okay, so we do want to use tape. We want to hold this down really, really well. Yes, I did peel off both sides. I sure did. We're going to get this tight and taped down. Why don't fold it over? It's all just white, Carol. It's just white. It's just white. Okay, all right, then let's tape it to this then. And then I'll grab another piece. How about that, you guys? I'm being told don't tape it, don't fold it over, even though it's just a white border. Hi, Cheryl. See, that's why I've got Carol here for backup. That's why. All right, you guys, and there it went. Facebook shut off my video for no reason whatsoever. I can't, Carol, it shut off my video. I couldn't read the comments. I had to go around and restart my whole video. And I can't read all the comments. I can't. I try my hardest to read all the comments, but I promise you I can't read them all the time. I just can't. Do you read a book while you're driving? Because it's equivalent. I'm driving this show right now and still trying to read at the same time. You're killing me, Smalls. Listen, I'm going to tape it down to this piece of parchment, of paper, okay? And it's going to be just fine. Tape down just like that. You listen to a book while you're... But do you read it, girl? That's what I'm asking. You're shaking your head. And I'm doing the best I can. Cut me a break here, lady. All right. Listen. We got it. We're good. We're golden. I'm going to do one side at a time. I'm going to put another piece of paper right here, or of my stuff. And we're just going to go with it. And it's going to be just fine. 360 at 60 degrees, or at 60 seconds. And we are going to put this down right on top there. And I'm going to start this and give it even pressure. Even pressure until this thing dings on me and tells me, hey, look, if you keep going any longer, you're going to burn it. So stop. Carol, I love you. I really do. And I love that we can pick back and forth and we've got this banter that we do. Girl, I need you here. Don't leave me. Oh, you guys, we got 23 more seconds left and then I'm putting my gloves on. I'm going to put my gloves on. Listen, you don't have to be an expert like Carol to do this. You can just do it and it'll still work out for you. Don't fret. My heat press does not make any noise when I'm using it. Nope. Except that one. It beeps when I'm done. And then I can put that back over here. You guys know, here's the thing that I told you about. Remember, this is going to be hot. Make sure you have your gloves on. How do you determine time and temperature? It tells you right on the pack. With the heat set transfers, you get instructions. Do not move it around. No. You hold it down flat. You do not move it around. It says right on here, 360 for 60 seconds on the packaging. So read the packaging, but for the most part, it's just about all of it is the same. 360 for 60 seconds is about the same for all of them. From everything I've seen. All right, you guys, let's pull it up. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I made it happen and made it work my way, or if I completely botched it by taping it to this paper. Oh, let's see. Oh my goodness. Listen, I don't know about all of you, but I would say that that right there is gorgeous. I would say that is beautiful. Okay, and I wouldn't change that for anything. It looks phenomenal. You can't reuse those. It needs to be thrown away. You can't reuse the paper. Once it's done, it's done. Okay, that, my friends, is a gorgeous spinner. Okay. Yep, Lori says check the surface to see if it needs to be a higher temp. All right, listen, we're going to flip this over now. Even though it's still hot, Carol, I'm flipping it over right now. It's sublimated. We should be fine, but I'm going to try not to move it around too much so I don't mess it up. Oh, you tape them together. Got it. But that was right when my video shut off, and she thought I was ignoring her, and then she yelled at me. Oh my gosh. Now I'm about to tape my gloves. I don't want to do that. But it's hot. It's hot. That's why you said make a pocket. Listen. Listen. You guys, when Carol goes live and shows you all the sublimation stuff, pay attention to her. Thank you so much for the stars, Carol. Listen, we're making it happen tonight. One way or another, we are going to make this happen. And it's going to be phenomenal. And it's going to be gorgeous. I don't know. I have large hands and the size 9 rings. Can you reuse the heat tape at all? I'm sure you probably could, but it's really inexpensive and you get a lot of it. Is that a special? Ta-da! It will be when this side's done. All right, putting my gloves back on. Both my heat gloves and my boxing gloves, Carol. Here we go. This paper back on top. Do not move your heat press around. We're going to set it down on here. We're going to give it even pressure as we possibly can. Close up while we have it. You guys tell me I look fantastic. Wait a minute. Oh, your audience has been challenged to send stars in the next 5 minutes. Encourage them to reach their goal. Thank you, Pam. Look at you guys go. 35 more seconds. I guess when I'm on this thing, it gives me tips and tricks for how to make you guys do extra things. I don't know. All right, 20 seconds. And then we're going to see how this thing turned out. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I love it. Oh my gosh, Carol. Carol must have just gotten paid today because she is sending stars like her pockets are deep. And she apparently hasn't been to Hobby Lobby yet because that's where I spend all my money. There goes. Thank you guys so much for all the stars. Oh, y'all. Stars party, we got a stars party, we got a stars party. Hold on though. It's not a table, but Carol, we're moving on up. Tonight, we're dancing on the stool. Stars party, we got a stars party. No, I'm not drunk. Girl, if I stood on the table, all you would see is my kneecaps. There's nothing special about my kneecaps. All right, you guys, they needed to cool down anyway, so you guys got an extra little dance today. Thank you. Carol wants my kneecaps. All right, here we go, you guys. Let's pull this side up and see what we get. This is a gorgeous spinner. Thank you guys so much. Here it is, y'all. This is our gorgeous spinner. Oh, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. There she be. Stool dance with gloves. Oh, you guys. So for these, all you have to do really is you just are going to kind of hold it at the top, I guess. Nope. You're just going to start to move this around and spin it. And that's going to open it up and create this spinner. And then it'll spin, okay? It'll be a Camp Chuck. And you just keep playing with it until it's all like opened up and moved around. And then it'll spin in the wind and it'll be absolutely gorgeous as it spins. And I'll spin it. I want to lay it flat so I can store it, you guys. Obviously, as we're doing more projects, I don't want it big. You have one of the tile, ordering another one now. It's gorgeous, isn't it? That's so beautiful. So beautiful. I love the Turkish tile. And then you're just going to put your hook on here, and then that's going to spin in the wind. I cannot wait to get my wind spinners out. I should probably do that here this week as it's getting nicer outside at my house. But there's the first project on that, you guys, the wind spinner. And where am I going to put it? Oh, who knows? I got so much stuff in here. Here's our first project tonight, the wind spinner. Now, you guys, let's see what else we can do. Let's see. Oh, you guys, let's just go ahead and do this. All right, Janelle, have a good night. Let's go ahead and do this, you guys. Look, we have these two pieces here that are left, right, of this Turkish pattern. I don't want to throw those away. I don't want to throw those away because I can use those little scrap pieces, and these bookmarks here are going to be perfect for these. So let's use them up real quick. Use your small things for all your extra pieces. Metal. Yeah, they're metal with a coating on them. And we're going to remove the tassel first, y'all. And then we can make, let's see if these have a coating on them, or a thing. I'm sure that they do. Of course they do. Definitely pull off. Oh, you guys, I'm only making one because I can do it on both sides, right? Nope, it's just one-sided. Night, Darlene. All right. You guys, just one-sided on this. The other side is not. It's not. Okay. And we're going to do 2 of these tonight because we've got 2 extra pieces. So let's just do them in the Turkish tile. And then we're going to have some gorgeous bookmarks. Again, most of your metal pieces are going to have some kind. Yeah, so we have sublimation prints right now on our site. Yep, we've had them for a while now. We just got some extras. Got some new ones in there. So let's check and make sure that this will fit. It sure will. Like almost perfectly, y'all. And then I'll still have a square left over that I could do earrings or something like that. So there's that one. And that one's got that side, so I'm going to do this side for this one so that they're different. Because why not? And we're going to use up the majority of those. Yeah, you could use them for borders too, absolutely, but don't throw them away. All right. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay it down. I'm just going to tape it to my board. And I'm going to do both of these ones at one time. I get it. Oh no, Vicki, we're still here. I'm going to go for 30 more minutes making as many things as I can and just having fun with y'all. If you guys get tired, the replay will be here. And if I get a chance, I will post more pictures of all the things that we did tonight. But listen, I do have an announcement real quick before you go, if anybody is taking off already. Tomorrow we do have our Disney collection launching. There are 2 time slots you can sign up for a launch party. You're all invited to a launch party, you guys. Each and every one of you guys. You can sign up either for Thursday night, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock p.m., or Friday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time. You guys, these are Mountain Time because that's where our company is located. However, on a normal launch, you guys, we would launch our products at 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time. That will not be the case this time around, okay? This time around, because they have the launch party at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, the entire collection will not be available until 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. Okay, it's not going to launch at 11 a.m. and I'm thankful for that because I've got my tax guy at 10 and I thought I was going to be rushing it to make it back here. You couldn't do so. Okay, Nancy, will you send me a message and I can send you the link tonight? Just let me know. Send me a message and let me know you want the Thursday link or the Friday link, and I'll send it to you and make sure I get you in there. Anybody else too, if you can't seem to get the link to work, let me know, and I will help you get in there, okay? All right, here we go. 60 seconds on these, and we're gonna make some bookmarks with what was left over. You're welcome. I will help you guys get in there. Now, I might not help you until tomorrow after I get back from doing my taxes, but we have until 6 o'clock tomorrow night to get all of you guys signed up, okay? And I will work on that like you wouldn't believe after I finish crying when he tells me how much I have to pay. I'm going to have to go home and fix my mascara first. When he says, girl, you have small business taxes this year and you must pay the government. And I'm going to go, no! 10 more seconds. 8 more seconds. Man. I'm glad that I'm getting it over with, but I am not looking forward to what he says, because for years and years and years and years, you guys, it didn't work for you either. Just send me a message. I have not bought anything new. No, I'm back in the jeans that I was in before I got pregnant with Evan. I didn't. Do you know what it is, Disney? Like a show or characters? It's characters. So it's Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. If you type in the word heat, there is one of the pictures that's got some of the transfers on there. And I will definitely be posting all those transfers tomorrow, okay? So you'll be on 8 p.m. Depends on where you live, hon. I'll be on my regular time tomorrow night. All right, there we go. Y'all. Now we have a couple of Turkish bookmarks. And look at how awesome those look. Because I used up my scraps. Nancy, that's okay. It's okay. I could have showed you guys all the transfers already too. I just haven't had a chance yet because things have been crazy around here. All right, you guys. There we have our bookmarks. They are gorgeous. They look just like the spinner. You could give those as a set if you wanted to. I'm going to set those right there so they'll cool down a little bit. I will try to put all of the transfers in the VIP page as soon as I'm done with my project, okay? But yeah, they can be shown now. All right, you guys, next thing that I really want to do is one of these cutting boards. I messed up the first time that I made this, and this thing is like magic. It is like magic. Do you believe in magic? You will after you see how these cutting boards are done. So, these will be a usable cutting board for a kitchen when you finish making it. So, Carol, I tried to peel it from the back side and nothing peeled. And there was nothing there. I tried to. I definitely tried to. So, maybe it was, and I didn't try hard enough, but I definitely tried to, and it looked like there was nothing there, and I felt like there was nothing there. So I don't know. I don't know what I did. But maybe you were supposed to pull it from both sides, and I just messed up those bookmarks. Oh well. Oh well. That's why you use your scraps on stuff like that. All right, you guys, so this right here is the cutting board. The cutting board. I love this thing. It's glass on one side, and on the other side, it's white, okay? Now, this threw me off when I first got it, and there's no instructions on that box, by the way. No instructions. So tonight, I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to do this cutting board, because it's probably going to be the easiest thing you'll ever see. The hardest thing, that's a good thing. Yes, Melody, I should have thought about that. Yes, that's definitely a good point. Yeah, see, the cutting board is 7.87 by 11.2. So we just got to figure out what transfer we want to use. And you guys, oh, these are all my used ones. Let me see here. I'm debating, you guys. Like, I love a good cutting board, but I also have a bachelor cousin who's amazing. No, there won't be Lilo and Stitch. Nope. So listen, call me crazy, but I'm going to make this cutting board a gift for my cousin. And we're going to do the one that says I love crafts, or I do crafts. That's got the craft beer on there. Because I have a cousin, his name is Brian. He is the most amazing cousin you could ever ask for. My kids call him Uncle Bobo. He is my Aunt Paulette's son. He used to build forts for me and my sister when we were growing up. Was just the coolest guy in the world. He is in his late 40s now, still a bachelor, you guys, living on his own. He has done well for himself in life, and he has like a little pub. I believe they will. I haven't had mine outside yet, but Carol will tell you. Will they hold up outside, Carol? All right, so here's the deal with these. You want to put it glass side up, white side down, and there's nothing to peel off of this, okay? So we're just going to take this board and we're going to line this right up on here. You guys, I'm going to do I Love Crafts for my cousin, who's amazing. With the beers, I think I want a little bit more space on the top than I do on the bottom. That's going to be fantastic. All right, I'm going to start with one little piece there. Now, I can wrap it around on this. I know that I can. I know that I can. And I'm going to do another piece over here, and then I can flip it over and I can tape it even more. This is going to be like the best. People say spray it so the sun won't fade. It made a Harry Potter one 3 years ago and never took it down. It still looks the same. That's awesome to know. That is awesome to know. All right, you guys, we're doing I Do Crafts. Remember, we've got the white side up, glass side down. I'm going to tape this right to my pad here and make sure it won't move around there. And you want to make sure that you've got enough tape on here that this is not going to go anywhere. That's stuck down well. And then it's not moving around, okay? I think that he's going to love this. I really, really, really think he's going to love this. And any of you guys, Father's Day is coming up! Yo! Father's Day is coming up. You guys, this is going to be a great Father's Day present. The side that I have up right now is the white side. I have my transfer down on the white side and I flipped it over. So, the white side is where you want your transfer at. This is going to seem crazy, but it's not crazy. No, you don't have to tape it down to your mat. I just was to make sure that it was pulled tight all the way around it. That's all. But I didn't have to tape it down to my mat. All right, you guys, parchment paper or Teflon sheet, whichever one you have, it works best for you. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend dishwashing them, but you can hand wash them. I mean, they're glass. You can hand wash them. All right, you guys. 360, 60 seconds again. I'm going to put this down on here, making sure it covers the entire board. That's why I like my bigger heat press. We're going to start this. And we're going to give it some even heat. And you guys, wait till you see the magic that is these cutting boards. You are going to love them. You are so going to love them. This is the cups and tumblers that need to be airtight. Okay. We got 35 seconds to go. You guys, are you excited to see this one? I'm so excited to show you guys this one. I could sublimate all day. You're probably right, Chris. Father's Day. These would make some awesome Father's Day presents. And if you guys do vendor events and markets, like this is the time, stock up on all of these craft ones. These cutting boards that I'm using right now are from Hobby Lobby. Not the Dollar Tree. Hobby Lobby. Did I say Dollar Tree? I hope I didn't. Hobby Lobby. All right, you guys. Here we go. Here we go. Let's check this out. Are y'all ready? It seems so stinking crazy. Hold on, I want to check the other side. It still did something funny. And I don't know why. So it's not perfect. But it still worked. I just don't know what I did wrong. You guys, I have fuzzy beer. All right. So we put the transfer on this side here. But when you flip it over, you can get them on Amazon too. When you flip it over, you can see it through the glass. Now, for some reason, mine didn't go all the way through. And it's backwards. Y'all, I didn't even think about that. Well, when you drink enough, it all looks backwards, right? Okay, so for this one, I should have read the box on these. These need to be hotter. But there's that one, y'all. It looks right from this side, but not on this side. Because it's backwards. Ah! But there it is, you guys. All right, I should have read the box on that one. I still think it looks good. Glass needs to be 400 degrees. Okay, listen. I'll have to get you guys like a thing. Has to be mirrored. Yep. Well, you guys, be good for my camper. That's right, Carol. It'll be good for my camper. I didn't think about that when the wording on there. Well, that's okay, because you know what? I do have another one, and I can make them a different one on a round cutting board. Okay. Well, so that didn't work out well either. What else can we do here? How about we do a puzzle? How about we do a puzzle real quick, y'all? And this is probably going to be, we're gonna do one more after this, and it's going to be it for me for tonight, okay? Because that puts us at an hour and a half on my live. All right. So the puzzles come with 7 of them. That's a lot, y'all. 7 puzzles. 7 puzzles in one box. So let's see what transfer we want to use on this one for a puzzle. Oh, I think this right here is going to make a fantastic puzzle. What do you guys think? The puzzle size is 7.87 by 9.84. Yes. We are all learning together. You're absolutely right. But you guys, these birds on this puzzle is going to look phenomenal. I can just see it now. However, the wording's going to be fine on these. You did a rabbit puzzle. Unfortunately, the rabbit sold out. Again, watch that adhesive on your on your sleeve if you plan to put it back in there, because once that sticks to your paper, it's really hard to get that back off. Are they going to bring back the bigger tag on the chalk spot? Laura, I don't know. I wasn't... I don't mean to sound... Don't take this the wrong way, but that's not a question that I was prepared to answer coming on my live. So I didn't look at the product resource guide to see when that particular surface was going to be restocking. I do not work at the warehouse in Utah, and I don't know off the top of my head when things were ordered and when they come back in. That's just not information I would always know without having to look it up, okay? All right, Lisa Marie, I understand. Have a good night, girl. I think it's coming back, but I don't know. All right, so this does have a piece of cardboard underneath it. Probably would be good to leave the cardboard, but we're not going to. We're not going to. We're just going to lay this bird right down on here. So it just wasn't the best transfer to use for that particular thing. There's really wasn't anything that I could do for the lettering on that with that particular design. All right, I'm just going to cut around this. Just going to I cut that piece off anyway. All right, I'm going to tape it down to my board. Tape it down to my mat, and we're going to do this one up real quick. I'm using way more tape than I need. I'm taping these things down like it's Christmas. And I don't want the package opened. Yeah, you're right. Next time, just use the beer. I would just use the beer next time. Yep. And then save the... I do crafts for myself for on a shirt. Beth, that is all stuff. I honestly, you guys, if the information is not on the packaging that you get your stuff on, then I would use Google for that information. I am not a sublimation expert, hence why I have already messed up a project tonight. You read the instructions on things because everything is different. There's no set for anything apparently. And this one right here says 400 degrees for 50 seconds for this puzzle. So we're going to up our temperature to 400 degrees and down our time to 50 seconds. And go by what it says on the packaging, okay? Go by what it says on the packaging for the surface. So here we go. Are we ready? Are we ready? Now, I have to wait until I get up to 400 degrees because I'm still only at 360. I'm only at 360, and I got to figure out what design I want on my cup. Y'all, it just might be. It's a sublimation tape. Do it the same as the others. Why am I not doing it what it says on the thing? I did it the same as the others for the cutting board, and it didn't work out right. I'm going with what it says on the packaging for the puzzles, Carol. That's what it says. It says 400 degrees for 50 seconds. That's what it says. That's what we're going to do, and we're just going to go for it. We're going to see what happens. It is a sublimation tape. So here we go, you guys. 50 seconds at 400 degrees is what it says for the cutting board, or for the puzzles. It's what it says on the package. The book one is coming back in stock. I do know that, but that one's not scheduled to restock until the end of May. The end of May. Hopefully I don't burn this one. Carol's probably right. I should just listen to her, but every single time she comes on here and I tell her, hey, Carol, tell me if I'm going to do this wrong. And she says, Laura, you're doing it wrong. And I'm like, listen, I think I know better than you do. And then it doesn't work out. And guess what happens? I'm left looking like a fool. And Carol's like, ha, I told you so. And that's the relationship that we have. Where do you purchase the heater and the cost of one, please? Amazon. You can get, you mean the heat press? Amazon, Hobby Lobby. Cutting board should be $6. Ooh, goodness. Any place that sells Cricut, you can get one of those heat presses. And they're it depends on what sale they might have going on. They're anywhere from $85 for a small one to $160 maybe for a big one with no deal. I don't sell them. Let's see what happens when I follow the instructions, you guys. Well, listen, I love you, Carol, but I did it how it said I should do it, and I would say that that right there is a perfect puzzle. That's what I would say. I would say that right there is a perfect puzzle. So let me grab that piece of cardboard again that came with it. Except I just threw it in the garbage can. It worked out. It worked out. And you guys, I can probably put the puzzle back in this box right here, in this bag too. And back on here. To keep it together. No, this one right here is a puzzle. This is a sublimation puzzle. And I think that going by the instructions that were on it, it turned out fantastic. But to show you guys what it looks like without the chance of this falling apart, as I lift it up, I'm going to put it back in the bag. That way you guys can see it. There we have it, you guys. There's the puzzle. It looks fantastic. I love that one. Carol says she sells a lot of puzzles. Yo, that is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. All right, I have turned off my Cricut press. And I have turned on my tumbler press. All right. So we're going to try one more project tonight with my tumbler, with the tumbler press. And let me look at what it says on here though before I even start this. 360 for 60 seconds. So I'm just changing my settings real quick, you guys. 360 for 60 seconds. Hi, Rachel. I'm going to pull this off of here. I'm going to take out this part here that's plastic. We don't want to press the plastic, okay? And then we just have to pick the transfer that we want. Let me see. You guys, here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go with the birds. I love these birds. I think they're beautiful. Let me make sure I don't have one already that's been used a little bit and not finished. I don't think I do. I don't. Perfect. We're going to go with the birds. The gloves came with my thing. You can get gloves at the Hobby Lobby too. Have you done any of our heat transfers on a canvas? I did it on canvas material, and it worked just fine. But it works. It's still not something you're, yeah, it would work just fine. Yep, look at the packaging of your surface, you guys, and see what it says to do. Thank you, Diane. Carol's picking on me for a reason. She knows that I'm gonna pick right back. Hi, Pam. And that's just our relationship, you guys. Believe me, y'all, these lives would not be anywhere near as interesting if Carol didn't show up. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I love you, woman. And our banter back and forth is fantastic. And I just love you for that. Clean the outside with alcohol to remove oil and fingerprints. Okay. I never remember which one's alcohol. It's that one. That's how we test it. Love you too, girl. Shouldn't I have like the transfer ready before I do this though? Because then I'm going to put fingerprints all over it again when I do the transfer. Oh, it's empty. Well, I guess I got a little bit of alcohol on here. All right, I attempted to. Callie. But I only got like a drop of a squirt. Half of a drop of a squirt. All right, I think that I want to go right in the middle on this one. So what I'm going to do here, you guys, is just, I'm going to give this a little mark. Okay. Right there. I want a little bit of a border on each side, top and bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my little chopper chops to chop it down, because that's probably the best bet for me right now. Is to use my chopper chop. Hi, Marcel. Oh, shucks. I'm going to use my paper chopper. Just to be sure that I've got this thing right where I need it to be. Using my paper chopper. And I still have a couple extra pieces right there. All right. That should be nice and straight because I used my paper chopper. And here we go. I'm going to start at this edge here. Line it up. And tape it down. This is also going to give me extra space to tape it, having a little bit of an edge on each side. And Carol says, you tape these good. Tape these down really well, pull them tight, but leaving a little bit of a border on the top and on the bottom is going to help me to be able to do that, okay? All right, now right over here, I'm going to make another mark right where I need to cut on that edge. And then we can cut that off of there so that it lines up as close to perfectly as we can get it. Or you guys use an X-Acto knife or something if you want to. Once it's on there to make it X-Acto. I'm going to pull this really tight together, y'all. Stop what? Stop what? I just did it my way and it's going to work out perfectly, Carol. What now? I'm still taping it down. She's telling me to stop, y'all. Like I'm doing it wrong again. I'm pulling it tight. Well, you can't tell me to stop and then leave me. I'm not putting any tape under the print. I taped those two pieces together perfectly on that edge. There is no tape under the print. None. None. Lady, I don't know what you were looking at, but it wasn't me. But I am taping this baby down, and I'm taping it down well. And I'm pulling it tight. There is no tape under that print. You were watching another crafter. It is fight night. All right, I have that good and taped down now, you guys, with no tape underneath the print. I think I got that lined up there really, really perfectly. You can't even tell. And it's going to go around there just right, and it's going to be fantastic and super and splendid and all the things greatness, and I'm going to love this cup, and I'm going to put every bottle of the line that I ever drink from this day forward in this tumbler koozie. Every one of them. Okay, here we go. Let's grab this thing. It's going to be hot. The top and the bottom air can get into and has to be going around the tops. All right, so it needs to like be seriously around the tops. Okay, we're going to tape it more. I will listen to Carol on this one when she says, girl, yeah, you're going to have to, no, you, wait, you guys. If any of you guys are going to Camp Chalk, listen, Carol and I are rooming together. We're going to be room buddies. We're going to be room buddies. Okay, listen. Here we go. And we've been room buddies before. She put up with me in live in person. And then when I asked her if she wanted to be my roommate again, she like, y'all, she celebrated. I bet you her and Dale went out to dinner that night and she was so excited she bought a margarita. That's how happy I think Carol was when I said, hey, Carol, you want to room with me again? That's what I think. I think Carol had her first margarita in probably 24 hours. I was quiet in person. Listen, last year I felt really self-conscious being there and in the position that I was in. I felt really self-conscious all day, every day. All right, you guys, Carol says you want to make sure that this is good and taped all the way along the top so no air gets in here. And she wants my tumbler to be as beautiful. What was that, Willie? I will hear your arguments in our room. You probably will. She wants my tumbler to be as beautiful as I want my tumbler to be. So we are taping this thing with so much tape that there will be no mistakes. There will be no mistakes. I am pulling tight, Carol. I am pulling so tight that I'm giving this cup a wedgie. Oh my gosh, Sandy. Yes, I felt self-conscious. Now, I feel the same way that you guys do. I still feel self-conscious. I tried my bathing suits on yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm feeling good about myself. And then I put my bathing suits on and I'm like, well, maybe not quite yet. Yes, I'm still self-conscious. All right, listen, just for good measure, so that she doesn't, so that I don't have some kind of crazy weirdness go on right here in the seam of this. I'm human just like the rest of you guys. I really am. Carol can attest to that. For sure. For sure. All right, one more piece I'm going to put right there at that edge, that seam where the two pieces come together. This thing is going to be taped up so well that we're going to need the jaws of life to get this transfer off of this thing after it's done. But listen, that right there, that's ready to go now. Okay, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. And if this doesn't work out, I'm blaming Carol. All right, you guys, we're set for 360. We're at 60 degrees. And I am putting this tumbler in through the side over here. Carefully, because it's going to be hot. I want to push it in far enough that it's going to cover the entire thing. I'm going to put my seam, y'all, I'm being very careful. I know I don't have my heat gloves on right now, but I'm going to put my seam up. That way, if there's any part of this that doesn't get perfect, it's going to be right where my seam is at anyhow, and not in a weird other spot. And you guys, here we go. Here we go. Gloves on. And I'm going to press this button right here. And it's going to do its thing. It closes around it and encompasses. It never closed all the way like that before when I did them. I think I found the perfect size tumbler. I'm going to do these ones all the time. Okay, so this is going to be fantastic. The tumbler is the right size. It completely closed up here. This has never happened before when I've done these before because my tumblers have always been too big for this machine. This is going to work. And it's going to be fantastic. And we're at 30 seconds before I get to see my new tumbler mug. I'm going to drink to that. Y'all, I'm toasting to that with my Alani. That's going to keep me up until 2 a.m. because I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. You guys, heat is the key word. Type heat in there. And you want all this awesome stuff that I'm using tonight that's available on my site, all these transfers and things. And you are not yet a Perks member, join my Perks. You're going to get 30% off everything all day. It costs $20 a month. It's opening! And you instantly get back $20 in product credit to spend on all of the things. So, y'all, you want to be a Perks member. I'm going to turn this baby off. I'm using my gloves, you guys, because this is going to be hot, hot, hot. Okay, listen. Listen. This is hot even with gloves on. So I'm going to set this down on here for a minute. I'm going to move, whoops. I'm going to move this baby out of the way. Okay. Hokey pokey. I'm moving that baby out of the way. And then I want this thing here in case I drop it because it's so darn hot. Let's see how this turns out. Now, you guys, I'm guessing that it's probably a really good idea to just let this cool down first before you pull the paper off of it. I'm not going to. I'm going to pull it off of there while it's hot, right now live, so I can go to bed. Love you guys so much, but this has been a night of fantastic and memorable experiences, and I'm tired from it. I'm going to post the Disney stuff in the VIP group probably first thing in the morning, you guys. I'm exhausted. Let's see how my tumbler cup turned out. I don't think I need to, Marilyn, because that covered the entire thing. I can do 2 tumblers at a time in there. She said leave it alone for about a minute. Don't you think it took me about a minute to move my machine way over there, Carol? I wasn't that fast. I did the hokey pokey and turned myself around. It's going to take me more than a minute to find the edge of this tape to be able to pull this off of here. I'm going for it. I'm not listening to that lady. She's old. Oh, no, there's no early access for this. What did you do it on the table? No, I didn't do the hokey pokey on the table. Listen, slow process. I'm pulling up all of this tape. I should listen to Carol. If I didn't show you guys how to make mistakes, you wouldn't be able to learn from me. It's going to take me well over that much time just to find the end of this tape. Because I had to put a layer on here that was so long. Oh, yes, you're right. Okay. Y'all. Is the suspense killing you yet? As I'm still holding this down and not showing anybody? Because I'm waiting for it to cool. Really, that's what I'm doing. It's not what I'm doing. Okay, you guys, ready? There we have it. Oh my goodness, that's where my seam was at right there. I think that that turned out absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of a lot of the stuff that my grandma's stuff, like the china. And then look at this, you guys. Now, you guys will never know if what I have in here is an Alani or if it's a beer. But look at my cup, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. We'll toast to that. All right, you guys. There we have it. Those are our projects for tonight. I have a big mess here to clean up in the morning. We've done a lot. I hope you guys have learned a lot, both from what I did right tonight and what I did wrong tonight, because I've done a little bit of both. But I think that these all turned out fantastic, especially the tumbler cup, which is already cool to the touch, you guys. I don't have to hold on to it very much longer. Let me show you guys what we made tonight. We did the tumbler cup. Okay? Oh, yeah. We did the bookmarks right here, and we did the spinner, the wind spinner. When it's fanned out is a wind spinner, you guys. We also did the puzzle, which is gorgeous. Cute puzzle. And we did the craft beer one, but it didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped. Because I didn't read the instructions on the surface. I was going by the instructions that was on the transfer, okay? So you guys make sure you're going by the instructions on your surface. That'll definitely help you out, okay? So there we have it. I'm just going to hide this one. Everybody can be surprised by that one. I'm going to hold this one up. I'm going to hold this one up, and I got my cup there. There we have it. There we have it, you guys. We got some sublimation stuff. I hope you guys love all of this that we did tonight. Hope you guys will consider doing some of these sublimation projects yourself. Maybe take them to a craft fair and you could sell this kind of stuff and it'd be so easy and inexpensive to do too, because this stuff is really, really, really inexpensive to get those sublimation blanks. And remember, you guys, I got 7 of these in a pack for $7. 7 puzzles for $7, y'all. That's really, really, really inexpensive. So you guys, if you have any questions about anything, comments, concerns, please send me a message. Any help that needs to be had, though, I will wait till tomorrow to do so. Because, you guys, it's after 11 o'clock. It's almost 11:15. My kids do get up at 7 a.m. for school. I have to be up at 6 to get myself ready before I get them up. I'm tired. I'm tired. Love you guys so much. Disney Collection launches tomorrow. Donna, if you haven't been able to use the links that are on my page, send me a message, and then tomorrow after I get back from getting my taxes, I will come on here and I will help everybody that needs to get signed up sign up for that lodge party, okay? Anybody who needs help, just send me a message and I can help you after I get my taxes done tomorrow. All right, you guys, have a good night. We'll see you soon. Love you all so much. Bye.